part two. Where did I leave off at? But I got the air up so loud because I had to. My phone was overheating sitting up here on this this thing, and my camera's at home. So maybe I turn it down just a little bit. I talk a little faster so I can hurry up. Okay, so where did I leave off at? So, so when I stayed duty and that real J guy stayed back, or when I said that they were safe from the chaos because they weren't there. They didn't go on the trip, right? So we get there and, now mind you, I don't know these people, and I only really know Takia P. I just met Tika, about 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago. And so what happened was they were supposed to be working on a project. Everything was going fine. They did a road trip. I flew in because I'm not driving that long. First day, awesome, fine. And she signed Cool. And I didn't know Cool, but I knew of him. And Cool had reached out to me before on just signing up for the YouTube boot camp. But then I was, silently observing him, and I thought that he would be a great candidate. So I was the one who chose Cool. Binky chose everybody else. And when she met him, she loved him. And that's not, normally she'd be like, let me see. Let me think about it or something. You know what I'm saying? So the first day was cool. The second day was awesome. They started to work on their project. So they working on their project, right? And it's just weird. I'm getting weird vibes, and so I pull Binky, I think, and Tanika to the side, and I'm telling them, I'm getting this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm seeing, and blah blah blah. And they was just like, well, you'll always be right. So I'm watching certain individuals and certain things. So they start the project, like a trial basis of this project that they were supposed to be working on, and excuse me, and who they were working with. And that night we had like a debriefing meeting just to check in. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all loving it? I'm loving y'all vibes, because again, I don't know how these people gonna react when they get to ATL. I don't know if they've ever traveled before, ever been there before. And I know what the hell I did the very first time we got to Atlanta. In my head, we were going to work. When I got there, I was going to twerk. No, I'm just playing. Yeetity. But when you get to somewhere like that and you've never been before, your whole mindset, you got to stay focused. And they stay focused. So during the, okay, sir. Some people just don't value their life when they be behind the wheel. And these people in front of me in a 2022 Corvette, and they keep sticking their middle finger up out their visor. I mean, they on their wings. That's why y'all car little. It's cute, but it's little. I'm gonna roll through the car wash, grab me something to eat. I am really an introvert, y'all. Look at them. Oh, y'all can't see it. But I see everybody out walking and about. I was just downtown and they were full. Everybody was out and about. I'm going back home and get some work done and get to this head so I can get ready for my trips. Y'all see I said S because my birthday is in August. And I don't want to be nowhere. I want to be somewhere in the water where it's beautiful and blue in August. If I can do the whole month, I will. But I doubt it. Especially if I'm not going to retire. Anyhow, so we debriefed that night, right? And I asked everybody, how did they feel about the project that they were working on? Again, y'all, I didn't know nothing about this project. I had to learn and research and figure it out. And for the most part, everybody was like, eh. But then I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, why did I ask them how did they like it? Because most of them are not experienced content creators, and some of them aren't. But I try to value their feedback, and plus, if I'm supposed to be your manager, then I have to have some say-so in what type of projects you work on and what you're doing. And so when I get the feedback that they weren't really feeling it, I'm like, okay, so I gotta figure out how to end this project. So I called and I said, hey, they really not interested. I don't think that they know what the end results are and what this can do for them. So they just not gonna do it. And so the project manager was quite confused, and they said, well, what do you mean? I thought everything was fine. No, it won't be your turn. These car wash people be people. This is why I stay in the house. Now this lady just seen me sitting here with the gate up, and I'm next, and she trying to do her little two scooches up to go in front of me. This SUV will knock you right on over. So I contacted the project manager, and I said, they're really not feeling it. I you know, I'm still learning, but I have to go with what they feel comfortable with doing. And they were like, well, I'm so confused because I talked to them last night and everybody seemed like they were so excited and on board. But when they told me that they talked to them last night, they never told me in what content that they talked to them. So apparently somebody in the house called the project manager and was trying to swindle their way away from Sofamous, because they felt like that this project manager was bigger than me as far as being a manager. Talked bad about me and Binky, and also lied on me and Binky, right? At this point, I'm fuming, because there's nothing worse to lay your head in the same space, to share your food, to share your table that you eat at in the same space as a fucking snake, right? Now, mind you, I have to remember, because I try to learn from my mistakes, and I might have to end this video if it gets too loud in this car wash, y'all. Now, mind you, I learn from anything that I do in my past, and I'm remembering these are young individuals. They are someone else's child, so I can't really snap. And it's like a domino effect. So everybody in this whole United States country knows the dynamics of Binks and I relationship, right? So when I'm fuming, she's fuming and hurt. So at this time, she's just like, are you serious? I can't believe this is happening. So the whole house just get dark, like mentally dark. I'm in a whole different headspace, because I'm like, who would do that? Because the project manager wouldn't tell me, and I was pissed off at that, because A, I considered this person a friend. And I guess they say when it comes to business, ain't no friendship. Hold on, y'all, because this car wash finna start. Okay, truck clean, house real clean, cars real clean. Okay, where did I leave off at? So, at this point, I'm just heated, right? Because I consider I really had genuine love for this project manager. So, they were just like, nope, not doing it. And I kind of understood, but I didn't, because I thought the feeling was mutual. And that's what we get sometimes for thinking or loving on people or respecting people the same way that we think that they're going to respect us, and it's not residual. It doesn't work like that. That's real life. That's just reality. So they were just like, nah, I'm not indulging in this. This is kid shit. I feel like I don't have to mention any names. I feel like I just don't want no parts of it. My brand is bigger than the bullshit. I'm not gonna indulge in this. So I think they were afraid of torment and diss tracks and their name being dragged boldly through social media. Because what y'all don't realize is sometimes that type of shit can break somebody's down. Not only their brand, but their mental. So I had already had to leave early because they were staying for like 2-3 weeks, I think, if I remember correctly. And I had already had to leave early, and I don't know if it was due to work or Skylar. So I'm just like at the beginning stages of a freaking mental meltdown at the airport, and I'm just like, because it's unfolding that night, like the night before I had to leave, and I'm tripping, and I'm just like, did this really just happen? And so what I told Bianca before I left was, shut all that shit down. Every channel comes down, and all the contracts are done. Everybody. Hold on, y'all. Let me order my food. So I'm livid, and I told her, take everything down. Take all that shit down. Once again, here she goes. Okay, Mom, I'm gonna figure it out. The first red flag was in her trying to take it down. One person had already tried, and that's in the contract, don't change your password. Had already changed their password. And then the other person was not, there were 2 people not under contract. And one wasn't under contract simply because of time, and we were extremely busy, but I was that confident in that person's personality and their trustworthiness, and I trusted that it was going to happen. But then Binky had got real sick, I think before all of this happened, and had to go to the hospital in the ambulance. She had a horrible asthma attack, which turned out to be an asthma attack plus COVID again. So, thank you. So I told her to shut all that shit down. But her not listening to me. She was a day late at the dollar short and gave some people enough time not to change their password. And this video is quite long enough, y'all, so I'm gonna finish tomorrow because I'm gonna eat my food. I'm probably gonna go to the park and chill. I'm gonna remember where I left off at. I think it's probably gonna be 5 parts. Because I'm not doing a whole bunch of 20 and 30-minute videos. But I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if y'all watching this channel. Stay tuned for more and more funny things. I was gonna do a ride with me today and go pop up at the tube house. I ain't been up there in a minute. It's been a minute, ain't it? I was just gonna go pop up. I see, since y'all want to get pulled over by police and shit. But I'd rather go do my work at home and take my hair down, wash, deep condition it. Because under all of this, y'all, it's very important for you divas that always get your hair done. Thank you. Yep. For you divas that always get your hair done. And y'all, I don't really like checkers like that, but I've been eating checkers a lot lately. They fries be slapping, as y'all say it. Did I use the right word? But those divas out there that, I hate, I roll my window down right after I wash my truck when I'm not sitting still to wipe it down. Because now that window gonna look, ugh. But when y'all be getting these wigs and these sew-ins and protective styles, as y'all call them, make sure y'all take care of your hair underneath. Because the whole point of me starting to wear, outside of the cuteness, and because I would get some good hair now in my P.O. box. The whole point of me starting was to get my hair to grow back after it had started to shed a lot. This man next to me trying to be nosy. He looked like a 70-year-old pimp daddy trying to get my extension. To get my, when they kept saying protect the styles, I said, okay, I'm gonna try it. And fell in love. Because my hair was coming out bad from medication. And it looked all stringy and shit. I was like, what the? Then I was scared because I thought that everybody who wore weave had to get it glued in. I ain't know nothing about no sew-in. And I was scared I was gonna lose my edges. During my journey, I did lose some in the front. And I just thought, hell, I was getting old. I just thought maybe my hairline was moving back a little bit much. Yippity. And I looked, and then I went through a stage to where I only wore those caps, the wigs, where you just put them on. I was trying to get a brand deal with True Glory, and I had a lot of them headband wigs. And I noticed, without braiding my hair, pulling it, I started getting a little fuzz. Like, say for instance, where my hairline at? They supposed to put it over your hairline so that the glue won't be on there, right? When you get closures and frontals and all that. But anyhow, say for instance, this is my hairline right here. And they put the lace up to here, right? But then my hairline was back here, and I was like, but then up here was still down here. I'm like, am I going bald at the top, or is it this medication, or is this hereditary? What the fuck is going on? So after a while of not wearing braids or pulling it back or just tugging at that, I had some fuzz that was about thick as my finger right here in the front. I said, well, this shit, that was pulling my hair out. The glue was. Or I was taking it off wrong. Because I used to get my hair done like every 2 weeks. Instead of leaving it in long enough. So when you start having to pay for that hair, that every 2 weeks shit, stop. Especially when you get some quality bundles. Anywho, I think I way off subject. I love y'all. I am going to finish part 3. Will be tomorrow. 3 and 4 will be tomorrow. I love y'all. Y'all make it a great day. Ain't nobody done told me who. Oh, one person told me who barbecued. Drop that location. You never know if it's close enough. Mama Shay might ride down. I want some real barbecue. Shit. And some real potato salad. Sheesh. I love y'all. I'm gonna call y'all back.